Hello and welcome to my review of the Secutarii Hoplites squad, otherwise known as the Titan Guard. Now you've got two options of purchasing these. You can either straight up spend £45 on the unit of 10 from ForgeWorld, or you can buy the £26 Hoplites upgrade set along with a box of Secutarii. Now even with a discount, that box of Secutarii is going to set you back about £23, plus the £26 you're looking at £49. So it may well be cheaper to get the full set for the 45 instead of, you know, purchasing the upgrade set and a discounted squad of them. However, the way I've done it, and I've done it before, is I actually was able to get a squad of 10 Secutarii in one of the start collecting sets, and I had surplus Secutarii rangers, so I didn't need to use them in the Mechanicus force, and that's how I did it for this set. You can also get the Secutarii peltasts, which are exactly the same price as well, and instead of having the spears, the shields, the heads and the power plants, you get a ballistic weapon and the accompanying arm to aim it. As well as the alpha, you get a pointing arm as well. If you've never seen these before, or you weren't sure what Titan Guard are, or hoplites, they are essentially a unit of armed foot soldiers tasked with guarding titans. And yes, you may think, well, it's a titan, it's huge, you know, it doesn't need protecting. You'd be surprised, you know, if infantry get really close to it around the legs, if it doesn't stomp them and squish them, they can find weaknesses in the armour. And remember, void shields are, well, null and void, dare I say it, against melee attacks. So if the enemy can find a way of getting behind those void shields, usually inside of the, I want to say curtilage, I don't know why, but in the kind of close vicinity of the Titan, then they can find their way in, and that is well documented in plenty of the 40k and Horus Heresy novels that are out there. It is a hybrid kit. It's a combination of ForgeWorld resin and Games Workshop's plastic. I'm usually not a big fan of the kits that use two different types of material. I find it's difficult to work with, and the tolerances are harder to manipulate. The Storm Eagle being one of the prime examples of that. But when it pertains to kind of troop models, it's not that bad. Let's go through all of these models individually. The poses I've gone for seem to be more extreme than the poses that I went for before in my other unit, but I've got this one here with the lance aimed quite high. I've got this one running, about to stab something, quite low. Got this one, quite defensive position, in quite a defensive pose. This one, I thought ages and ages about posing. This was the one I had difficulties with in the live stream, and in the end I settled for hair drying the arm and just bending the arm a little bit. And you can do that too, and you're not going to be able to build this kit without a hairdryer. That is a must for this kit, because your lances are going to be bent. They typically come bent. It's not a fault or a flaw, it's just this type of material. And ForgeWorld, and as I said in the live stream, ForgeWorld are not going to be going through thousands of lances just with a hairdryer, straightening them all out. That's up to you to do that extra bit of modelling. You've got this guy here, just walking forward. This is the Alpha. The Alpha doesn't get a special shield or a special lance or anything like that, just gets a different looking helmet. This one, kind of bringing the shield down. I do like the ones that are looking all the way up, if you can model them like that. This one is in a lunging pose. This one is jogging towards an objective, and this one is kind of stepping forward cautiously, about to bring the lance to bear. So they're all of the Secutarii Hoplites. As I say, the Hoplites are the ones with the spears, and the peltasts are the ones with the guns. I prefer the look of the Hoplites, if I'm honest. because the ones holding the guns look very similar to your Secutarii Vanguard. So that's the hoplites. Let's see what they'll be guarding. They're going to be guarding something similar to this, a Warhound Titan. I would probably say that they would be guarding more of a Reaver or definitely a Warlord. They are slower Titans. This Warhound, believe it or not, can move 32 inches, which is double the speed of your little Space Marine land speeder right there. It's a very, very fast God engine, and these guys would struggle to keep up. And the Warhound, and being a Scout Titan, makes it elite. It moves at such a speed that it can get itself out of trouble quickly. A couple more comparisons I'd like to make though is with the weapons, some of the weapon sizes. So we've got an Apocalypse missile launcher that's on the top of a Warlord Titan there, and we've also got a Quake cannon. So it just gives you an idea of some of the weapons of the God engines that they will be, I'll say, protecting. But you know me by now, guys. What kind of Super Saiyan video would this be without a size comparison with my most favourite of all of my models, the Warlord Titan? Well, there are her feet there, and if we just zoom out and raise the camera up, you can then see that she is striding ahead there, making ground, about to unleash the fury of the Bellicosa Volcano cannon and maybe pop off a round of that Quake cannon. And that's pretty much what these hoplites would be doing. They'd be milling about between all the feet of the Titans, just protecting them at close range, because that's where they're weakest. And you know I usually like to end off these videos by showcasing the unit on the turntable, but I think in this case it's a bit more awe-inspiring for me to finish off the review with the Secutarii Hoplites in the shadow of the Warlord Titan. They're an elite choice, and they are a power points cost of a 4 and a points cost of 9 per model, which does not include war gear. You can have between 10 and 20 in a unit, and I think it would be prudent for me to have 2 units of 20 and a unit of 20 peltasts to guard all of my Titans. Their stat line reads as follows: movement of 6 inches, weapon skill 3+, ballistic skill 3+, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership 6, and a save of 4+. The Hoplite Alpha has the same stat line but has 3 attacks and a leadership of 7. The unit contains 1 Hoplite Alpha and 9 Secutarii Hoplites. It can include up to 10 additional Secutarii Hoplites for a power rating of +4. Each model is armed with an Arc Lance and a Mag Inverter shield. Now the Arc Lance is a pretty nifty piece of technology. It's got a shooting profile and a melee profile. So the shooting, it's a very short range. It's range 12 inches. Assault 1, Strength 6, AP -1 and a damage of 1. When attacking a vehicle, this weapon has a damage characteristic of D3. That's pretty nice, but you know, it is only Strength 6. In melee, it's a Strength of the user +3, so that's Strength 6 again, AP -1 and a damage of 1, and again, when attacking a vehicle, the weapon has a damage characteristic of D3. But of course, if you've got a unit of 20 of them, then you're looking at 41 attacks at Strength 6, which is pretty nice. The Hoplite Alpha may replace its Arc Lance with 1 item from the pistol weapons list. You've got to see Codex Adeptus Mechanicus for that. The Hoplite Alpha may replace its Mag Inverter shield with one of the following: Enhanced Data Tether, Omnispecs, or 1 item from the melee weapons list. Again, see Codex Adeptus Mechanicus. Abilities: Canticles of the Omnissiah. Omnispecs. Enemy units do not receive the benefit of their saving throws for being in cover against attacks made by a unit that includes a model with an Omnispecs. Enhanced Data Tether. You can reroll failed morale tests for a unit that includes a model with an Enhanced Data Tether. Chiropatris Field Generator. Models in this unit have a 5+ invulnerable save, so they have that shield generator on there. Titan Guard. If your army is Battleforged, this unit can be included in an Adeptus Mechanicus detachment without preventing other units in that detachment from gaining a ForgeWorld dogma. Just got to see Codex Adeptus Mechanicus for that. Note, however, that this unit can never itself benefit from a ForgeWorld dogma. Mag Inverter Shield. Models with a Mag Inverter Shield have a 4+ invulnerable save against attacks made with melee weapons. In addition, each time you make an unmodified saving throw of 6 for a model with a Mag Inverter Shield against an attack made with a melee weapon, the attacking unit suffers 1 mortal wound after it has made all of its attacks. The keywords: Imperium, Adeptus Mechanicus, Scutarii, Secutarii, Infantry, Secutarii, Hoplites. Not only do they have a normal save of 4+, they also have an invulnerable save of a 5+ and a 4+ invulnerable save against melee weapons. And of course, any saving throws of 6s for any attacks made with melee weapons against them, then the attacking unit is suffering 1 mortal wound. So that's fantastic. You know, if you want to choose your invulnerable save against weaponry that has a AP of -3 or something, then you're knocking back mortal wounds against your enemy. So these are a fantastic choice to guard your Titans against those Thunderhammer Terminators or Hammonators or other close combat specialists that have high strength weaponry with high armor penetration values. And that's the main reason you're going to be using 10 or 20 of them. I mean, let's face it, for about 200 points or so, you're getting 20 of them that have 2 attacks each at strength 8, AP -1, damage 1, but they also have those invulnerable saves that can deal out mortal wounds. So if you're thinking about attacking Titans and your opponent Princeps has not brought along a unit of these to protect them, silly Princeps, then it's open season. But if they have brought along a unit of these, then I would try and wipe them out from range. Bear in mind they have got 5+ invulnerable saves, but you're going to have to work on your strategy here because you want to take out the Titan as quick as possible so it doesn't decimate your entire army. But one of the main ways to do that is in melee, but chances are your opponent's brought along 20 of these to protect it, and they will jump into close combat and bounce those mortal wounds back on you. So you've got to weigh up whether that's worth it. In my opinion, it always is worth it. If you're going to try and take out a Titan, get in close combat with it, with another Titan if you can. Try not to play the long game by just shooting all of its void shields off. You really need to be getting up close and personal with it. But like I say, if your opponent's brought along a load of these guys to protect it, it may be a hard fought slog to even get in close combat with these Titans. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the Secutarii Hoplites from ForgeWorld. What do you guys think of them? Please do put your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.